Do you have the same problem with me with your M12 tools, that the minute you start running them and some vibration hits, the batteries fall out? And when you take a look at it, you've noticed that the clips that hold the battery in place are broken off or cracked to the point where they just don't have any strength anymore. Well, you may think it's time to throw these out and buy a new battery. That's not the case. In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix it and save your battery. Here we go. The cordless tool idea has been adopted by pretty much every power tool maker out there. Not many people even really use corded tools anymore. When you think about it, it's a great idea. You get multiple tools, multiple interchangeable batteries, and when battery is low, you just plug it in and charge it up. If you ask me, fantastic idea. But over time, the vibrations of high impact tools like, those hacksaw, impact wrenches, over time, that combined with the constant taking off, and putting on, and charging of the batteries, eventually they start to wear out. Milwaukee, they've acknowledged this problem, and over the years they've made multiple attempts to help hold the batteries more securely in the tool. But when you run into a problem like this, where the tab that locks the tool in place is either cracked or broken off completely, there's nothing holding the tool in the battery anymore. And the minute you get some vibration, you lose contact or the battery falls off altogether. When you price things out, even on a big sale with smoking deals, batteries, they're not cheap. So I'm thinking, I wonder if there's a way to fix it. So I did some searching around on Amazon and I saw this. There are companies out there where you can buy a replacement case for the M12 batteries. Now this is the XC 4.0. They work from the 3 amp hours all the way through the 6s, with the exception of the 4811-2450, the M12 high output XC 5.0 battery. This top case, just a little bit different, as you can see. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove that broken case and replace it with this, as well as I'm going to hook up and disconnect the battery 25 times, bang it around a little bit, just see how durable this replacement case is. Well, let's get moving. To change a case is actually very straightforward. All you have to do is peel off the side stickers, because the case split is right along there, and take out 4 screws. They are T10 tamper-proof Torx. What are tamper-proof, you may ask? If you look at inside of the screw, kind of hard to get focused here, there's a little dowel. And on the bit, you can see there's a little hole machined on the tip of the bit. That aligns with that little dowel in the screw, and you can take it out. So first, we'll peel our stickers off, and if you're careful, you can still reuse them. Just kind of get underneath one corner, pull it up, and gently peel it off and put it face down off to the side. Repeat the other side. If you're using something sharp, make sure you don't slip and send yourself to the hospital for some stitches, which we don't want. And now take your tamper-proof T10 screw driver bit and run it out. I always prefer to do this smaller stuff by hand, because after all, you're just going into plastic. And if you over torque it, you're going to strip those threads out in a hurry. And then you're right back to square one. After all, the whole goal of this is to save the battery. Make sure you don't lose your screws. And once you've got that off, it might be a little bit stuck, your case will lift straight up and off. So you take your new case, and one thing I did notice is when they made it on the back side, there's just a little piece of plastic that I had to scrape off to get it to seat down onto the battery. So after you've done that, make sure it's all cleaned off. Drop it down level. See it snap down there. Make sure the sides go in. The back seems a little tougher to get in. So I'm going to try, see if it makes it any different. If we just kind of draw it in with the screws maybe. Kind of taking a gamble anytime you do that. May break it. That finally snapped into place there. Same thing as the front. Be nice if this does work, because no one wants to spend money on a new battery. That's really nothing wrong with the battery, especially when you're out of the warranty period. Each four corner is snapped down into place. I don't see any cracks or anything, so it just maybe tight tolerances. Screws have all bottomed out. None of them are stripped. There we go. Just go back over, make sure they're all even. Then you can go ahead and put your stickers back on. The question is it going to fit in the tool? Is it going to last? And like I said at the beginning, I'm going to put this on and take it off 25 times, bang it around a little bit, see how durable the new case is. Okay, let's get going. I'll fast forward you through this process because you don't really want to watch me take the battery on off not 25 times. Pulling on it, it's not coming off on its own. Give it a squeeze, it comes off. Seems nice and firm. So, here we go. I believe that is 25 times. One thing I did notice, the sticker was peeling off. No big deal. It's still nice and firm. Giving it some twisting action. Let's get a little rough with it. That all happens to all of us. A little bit clumsy. So far, so good. Everything seems to be hanging on nice and tight. Actually, seems like decent pressure to get it off. Well, I think that's a pretty good sign. So far, the only downside of this fix is the fact that mainly the battery I bought it for, the M12 high output XC 5.0, this will not work with it just due to the fact that this battery, the 48-11-2450, has got a different case. So if they're already making these, chances are in the future, these probably aren't far behind. Another problem, the fact that lost the sticker. And if it really comes down to that, where you're really upset that you don't know what battery you have on there, you can just simply get yourself a silver Sharpie and write XC 4.0. And lastly, just that little tab that we had to scrape off of the casing. Not a big deal. Really, all I needed is a small blade. Take that little tab off, and it sucked in nice and tight, using the screws to pull it in the remaining way. Well, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. And I definitely hope it helps someone save themselves the cost of a new replacement battery, when all you need is just a new case that I ordered off of Amazon. I'll leave a link to these in the description of the video if you want to pick some up for yourself. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button, notification bell in the bottom right hand corner. That way you get notified when we get new videos coming up. Well, that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good night and keep wrenching.